Most people think retiring 10 years earlier requires one of two things. Either you earn a lot more money or you take more risk. That belief keeps millions of people working far longer than they need to, because retiring earlier is not primarily an income problem, and it's not a return problem. It's a structure problem. If you're currently planning to retire at 62 and you believe that moving that number to 52 feels unrealistic, this video is for you. Not because I'm going to motivate you, not because I'm going to promise something magical, but because the math most people use to plan retirement is missing the variable that actually controls time. Let me say this plainly. Retirement age is not a date. It is a consequence, and most people are optimizing the wrong inputs. Why most retirement plans feel slow. Here's what most people focus on: how much they earn, how well the market performs, whether they hit an arbitrary number. Those things matter, but they are not what controls timing. The real drivers of when you can stop working are simpler and less exciting. How much of your income you keep, how much of your lifestyle your portfolio must replace, how flexible your cash flow actually is. Most plans are built around a single question: how big does my portfolio need to be? That's the wrong question. The correct question is, how many years do I need to fund, and how expensive are those years? Time, not money, is the scarce resource. If your plan assumes everything goes reasonably well, you don't have a plan. You have a hope strategy. Let's talk about the most powerful lever in retirement: math. It's not income. It's not returns. It's savings rate. Two people can earn the exact same salary and retire nearly 10 years apart, not because one is smarter, but because one uses leverage. Let's use conservative, realistic numbers. Assume income $65,000 per year. Real long-term return 7%. Retirement spending supported partly by Social Security later. Scenario A, saving 10%. This person saves $6,500 per year. They spend most of what they earn, so their lifestyle is relatively expensive. Their portfolio needs to replace a large portion of income. Result: financial independence. Timeline: 34 years. Start at 30, retire around 64. Scenario B, saving 20%. Same income, same job, same market. But this person saves $13,000 per year. Two things happen at the same time. One, they invest more money earlier. Two, their lifestyle costs less permanently. That second effect is the one most people ignore. Result: financial independence. Timeline: about 23, 24 years. Start at 30. Retire around 53, 54. Same salary, same market. Nearly 10 years of life regained. Every dollar you don't need later buys you time today. This is where many people get uncomfortable. They believe higher income is the key to early retirement. Sometimes it helps, but it's unreliable. Why? Because income increases often bring lifestyle inflation, higher fixed costs, less flexibility. A person earning $50,000 who saves 25% will reach freedom earlier than someone earning $200,000 who saves nothing. The math doesn't care about status. Retirement timing is driven by gap, not salary. The gap is the distance between what you need and what your portfolio can support. Shrink the gap and time collapses. High income without structure is just expensive procrastination. The double effect that most people miss. Increasing your savings rate does something powerful. It works in two directions. One, upstream. More money compounds earlier. Two, downstream. Your future spending needs fall. Most people only think about the first effect, but the second effect is often larger. If your spending drops from $60,000 per year to $45,000, your required portfolio drops by hundreds of thousands. Your retirement date moves forward years. Lower spending is not deprivation. It's leverage. The fastest way to retire earlier is not earning more. It's needing less. Now let's talk about investment growth. Returns matter, but not in isolation. Your asset allocation determines how fast your engine runs. Let's keep the math simple. Assume $12,000 invested per year, 35 years. Conservative portfolio, 4%. Final value, $880,000. Balanced portfolio, 6%. Final value, $134 million. Growth-oriented portfolio, 8%. Final value, $2 million plus. Same discipline, same contributions. A difference of over $1 million. That difference isn't about greed. It's about time. Slower growth means more years of work. Choosing safety too early often delays freedom far more than volatility ever would. Costs are silent time. Thieves. Fees feel small. They are not. A 1% annual fee doesn't cost you 1%. Over decades, it can erase 20, 30% of your final wealth. That's not a rounding error. That's years of labor. Low-cost investing doesn't just improve performance. It accelerates retirement. Complexity is how the industry gets rich. Simplicity is how you get free. Early retirees tend to share one trait: low fixed costs, modest housing, little or no debt, simple transportation. This is not about extreme frugality. It's about resilience. If your fixed expenses are low, your portfolio doesn't have to work as hard. Lower anchor, shorter timeline. A rigid lifestyle creates a fragile retirement. The 10-year lever nobody uses. Small income streams. Here's where time really collapses. Small income streams. Not businesses, not hustles forever. Just modest, flexible cash flow. Every $1,000 per month you earn in semi-retirement reduces your required portfolio by roughly $250,000. That's enormous. Now, imagine this earlier in life. $500 per month invested from age 25 to 30, just 5 years, can grow to over $500,000 by retirement, not because you worked forever, but because you gave compounding time. One small stream can erase a decade of work. What I would do If I wanted to retire 10 years earlier, if my goal were to move retirement up by a decade, I would not try to be smarter. I would try to be less dependent. I would increase savings rate before income, keep growth assets early, keep fixed costs boring, build flexible income, avoid forced decisions. I would design my life so that no single variable could delay freedom. Most people don't retire late because they failed. They retire late because they optimized the wrong variable. Retiring 10 years earlier is not a fantasy. It's arithmetic. If you're willing to change the structure instead of chasing more income, time starts working for you. And that's the only real freedom money can buy.